exclusive video for now. This is an exclusive video, and this is the Spotify charts of yesterday. What happened yesterday that was so important that we have to make this video? Well, of course, Taylor Swift released her album, The Life of a Soul Girl. I like the album, but a lot of people, of course, on Album of the Year didn't like the album. So, of course, Album of the Year, of course, took the L, like they always do. Because guess what? Their favorite album, Brat, only debuted with less than the lowest song on the entire album, which is Honey, which only had 15.9 million streams. So it's higher than the entire, first day of Brat, which includes pre-release singles, by the way, as well. But did any other songs increase, or did every other song decrease? Golden, which used to be the number one song, declined to number 13. But hey, if this album performs like the last album, Tales of Poets Department, and doesn't have good wigs, then maybe Golden may sneak back to number one. But that song is also kind of losing its popularity, as K-pop Demon Hunters is a couple months old, and kids are going back to school. Obviously, Samba, Back to Friends, most of the big songs had massive declines. But did any songs have any increases? August, another Taylor Swift song, has had a massive increase of 1.4 million streams. And it's funny, most of these songs have actually had increases in streams, with the exception of Payola Dean as well. But but most songs have had Cardigan had an increase though, 1.9 million streams. This Spanish song, which I don't think people in Spanish-speaking countries was into Taylor Swift. Bruno Mars had an increase. Bad Bunny, Cool Summer had an increase. Olivia Dean, or Payola Dean as I call her, had a massive decrease as well. A bunch of Spanish songs have had increases. Rihanna had an increase plus 10. And it's mostly Spanish songs as well. But let's see something. How well did Taylor Swift do in other countries? So the United States is the first country we'll think about here. And yeah, every song has opened over 7 million. And it seems that we are seeing a similar list to the global list. Luke Combs released a new song. Or that's like a re-release or something. That's a new song. Yeah, he dabbed to a release song on the same day as Taylor Swift. It still did pretty well as well. It Will Rain released the list for the first time as well here. But did any songs have an increase? These are the only songs that had increases on the charts as well here, including a bunch of songs we entered the list as well here. These are all the songs that we entered the list, and here's all the songs that had an increase. What about the UK? Is the UK the same? Well, it is. Mostly the same. Mostly similar songs. Payola Dean's on the list. August, we entered the list. Wrongs, I never heard that song before. It seems that the rap pandemic has not died in the UK. Olivia Dean had a negative 102. I get the Payola is starting to dry up for Olivia Dean as well, but Benson Boone had 62 spot increase, and a bunch of artists and songs had to re-enter into the top list as well. But now let's go over other major countries as well. So first one is Australia. It's still mostly Taylor Swift songs in the top 12, but most of these other songs is mostly similar. But did any songs have an increase? Yes, some songs did have an increase, including Payola Dean. Also, one of the worst songs of all time has had an increase, which is One Republic song. 1,000 weeks of that song being on the charts as well. Apparently Morgan Wallen popular in Australia. He's on that list too. But most artists had an increase. Of course, Payola Dean had modest decreases as well. Also, for some reason, people are still listening to the subway as well. That's a song that is losing a lot. It has been losing a lot of its popularity for some time as well. But now let's go over other countries as well. So the first country we'll be going over is Mexico. Has Taylor Swift done well in Mexico? Well, not really too well, because Mexico does not speak English as well here. It's mostly the usual Spanish songs, mostly on the charts as well. So yeah, we're gonna go to Japan as well, and Taylor Swift is nowhere to be seen in Japan. Her highest song is at 71 as well. Yeah, it seems that Japan is mostly Japanese music. One of the biggest markets for Taylor Swift songs is the Philippines as well. So we should be expecting a similar result. No, we haven't. Oh wait, that's they haven't updated the Philippine charts. Okay, that's why. Okay, they haven't updated it to Italy. You can see most European countries. I think you can see a similar result, because it's mostly gonna be their country language song as well here. Egypt as well here. Egypt. Apparently, Egyptians do not like Taylor Swift. Yeah, 110 is the debut as well. So actually, Taylor Swift is probably one of the most popular foreign singers in the country. What about Poland as well? Poland, they have not updated Poland's charts. Yeah. And Russia, the most unlikely country, they have not updated Russia since 2022. So this entire list is really outdated. Okay. Yeah. And of course, Canada is very similar to the US list as well. Metallica was on there, surprisingly, as well. So, and of course, we have to look at Brazil. Taylor Swift actually is number 2 on the list of Brazil. And but also we have the payola of Jimin as well. So Indonesia, which they have updated, and Indonesia doesn't really care for Taylor Swift too much. Heck, they care more about Google Dolls than Taylor Swift, which I find pretty funny. And it seems that the Spotify charts are doing pretty well for Taylor Swift as well. So these numbers are very huge. Actually, Taylor Swift has actually outdid herself for the biggest debut of all time, despite having a bad score on Album of the Year. It really shows you that Album of the Year is not the dictator of what albums and songs do well. And that's what this video here. Goodbye.